didn't know what thalassemia was. Never heard the word, never knew it existed.
Nobody knew what thalassemia was. I mean, to me it was a new word.
Thalassemia is in fact one of the more common genetic diseases in the world.
Day-to-day living with thalassemia, I guess, is not that different than anybody else.
It's more like a daily routine that I don't even think about, just something that I do.
I get to work with these patients at a time when they are finishing school, getting married, having children, working through their careers. The real hope will come when you can free these patients from their disease entirely at a young age, and then you don't need all those things. You don't need the blood supply. You don't need the iron chelation and all the imaging and that sort of thing.
I hope that one day that this would end.
That will come with gene therapy.
Was started many years ago, before the foundation was existent. We had a lot of support from our patients, and we had a really strong network of people that were eager to help out, and that's why I think it was so successful. Patients needed some kind of a platform to assist them and help them, and when we started off, we decided to do some fundraising because we wanted to do research.
When we started, we had absolutely no money, and even to this day, we're all volunteers. None of us in the foundation receives any payment.
I decided to join the group, and we immediately started to form a foundation. And we started to have regular meetings at my house, at Angela's house. We used to order pizza and have some coffee and talk about the good things we're going to do to try and come up with some money.
The Thalassemia Foundation has been in the past and continues to be an important funding source for research and other quality initiatives. And I can say, as a physician who works in this field, we feel the presence of the Thalassemia Foundation very clearly in what we do. They've been a fantastic partner with us. It's a place to go. It's a home. It's a reference source that is not the medical system, and yet is filled with people who get it, who understand what thalassemia means and what the specific challenges are. I think it's a fantastic organization. I think the patients with thalassemia are lucky to have it.
One of the best things that the Thalassemia Foundation did was to set up an annual Valentine's Gala.
We were 75 people. We gathered in the basement of St. Matthew's Church, and we had pizza and Coca-Cola. That was our first fundraiser. Everybody was very excited, and we put some money together, and it just grew and grew.
From there we grew, and we basically brought it to a gala of over 700 people. We had raffles, we gave away cars, we gave away motorcycles, and we raised money through these events.
We decided to start for Valentine's the symbol of love, red for blood and heart. And now we have such a gathering like we have right now this year, celebrating our 25th anniversary. Very rewarding to see.
Living with thalassemia on a regular day, sometimes I don't even remember I have it. The only time that I really remember is when I take my medication in the evening.
Day-to-day living with thalassemia, I guess, is not that different than anybody else.
It's more like a daily routine that I don't even think about, just something that I do.
Adds a little bit of complexity when you're away from your children, whether it's for daily treatments or your monthly transfusions, or whether you are going at late night for an MRI. I work full time, so added layer of trying to balancing work with 2 children with all the medical appointments can be challenging.
She has thalassemia, and sometimes she's not here, and that means that Daddy has to put us to bed.
I have a wonderful and supportive husband who does a lot to help me and to help the children, and just a good family support network that we can draw upon when needed.
She had this ever since she was a kid, and I think that affects her. I love my mom. I hope that one day that this would end.
Next year I turn 40, and most people find that daunting. I'm just thrilled that I'm going to make it to 40. My hope for my future is that I continue to be able to have access to good treatment, good specialists, to keep myself in good health so that I can enjoy my time with my family, so that I can continue to contribute to working, to society, to the foundation.
Because I have thalassemia, my body doesn't produce enough red blood cells. So every 4 weeks, I have to go down to Sick Kids to get a blood transfusion. It's a long day there because it takes a few hours to get the blood. I'm missing school, which is something that really bothers me. And also, getting the needle is not always the best feeling, and it's also hard to get a vein sometimes.
Finding out your child has thalassemia is both heartbreaking and extremely scary. You don't know where to turn, and you really don't know what's in the future for you having a child with a chronic condition. The foundation provided me with peer support. I met other families and parents and patients who were going through the same things Cassandra and I were going through. It also provided me with knowledge and really empowered me to advocate for my child.
We didn't know what thalassemia was. Never heard the word, never knew it existed. So it really took us by surprise, and it took a lot of understanding and learning and studying to find out what we could do, what we should do, which way to take.
Nobody knew what thalassemia was. I mean, to me it was a new word. We are doing so much to have so many teams of clinicians and doctors researching this disease, that we hope that one day soon we will have a cure and every patient can live a normal life.
My first bone marrow transplant took place in January of 1988. I was just over 1 year old at the time, and my second bone marrow transplant took place in June of '07, and I was just over 19 at the time. I just want to very, very personally thank from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of my entire family and all the people who have been affected by this disease that we thank all the donors to the foundation so much, and all the people who, all the administration, the people who made all of this happen. Thank you so much. You've all been amazing, and your work and your donations and everything involved has just been instrumental in making my life easier and the lives of all the people who suffer from this disease, their lives easier as well.
I cannot believe how far we've come 25 years ago, and here we are today celebrating our commemorative 25-year anniversary gala. Who would have ever thought back then that we would be in this position at the present time? I just want to thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart, say thank you so much for participating, helping us, and supporting us over the years. It is very much appreciated. Thank you.